And on this Thursday, March 27th, 2025 edition of Newsmakers, President Trump is expected to freeze $20 million in funding for Planned Parenthood. Funding will be paused as the administration reviews whether Planned Parenthood is in compliance with Trump's order to end all diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. The freeze is expected as soon as today. The same day, hundreds of pro-life advocates are planning to rally on Capitol Hill against Planned Parenthood. Today's rally comes before the U.S. Supreme Court hears a case in April that could strip the organization's Medicaid funding in South Carolina. Planned Parenthood argues it has been targeted for providing abortions outside of Medicaid funding. Texas Republicans are trying to clarify the state's near-total ban on abortions. A bill up for debate today in the state Senate seeks to inform doctors about when abortions can be legally performed.
There's a mom and there's a baby. We want to love and respect and protect them both, and that's really what this is about.
The legislation by State Senator Brian Hughes would remove the term life-threatening condition from the criminal law. Doctors have repeatedly said that it has created confusion when treating ectopic pregnancy and potential miscarriages. The so-called Life of the Mother Act also makes it clear that doctors can talk to patients about abortions without the fear of being arrested for violating the ban. Hughes says the goal is to make abortions rare and only for medically necessary cases.
When we're talking about the mom and her life, her condition, that's something most of us agree on.
A New York County clerk is stopping Texas from taking legal action against a doctor who prescribed abortion pills to a woman in the Lone Star State. Kristen Marks reports.
The move could escalate things between states with abortion bans and those that support abortion, as well as individuals who send abortion pills to patients out of state under so-called shield laws. Texas filed a judgment against Dr. Margaret Carpenter of New Paltz, ordering her to pay a stiff penalty for failing to appear in court, as well as stop mailing abortion meds to Texas. The matter could head to the Supreme Court. New York is among 8 states that enacted shield laws after the High Court ruled to overturn Roe v. Wade in 2022. This marks the first time a shield law has been used. Carpenter, meanwhile, was indicted in Louisiana in January for sending abortion pills there. Kristen Marks, NBC News Radio.
The Trump administration has launched an investigation into the California Department of Education's enforcement of a new gender identity law. The so-called Safety Act was signed into law last July and allows schools to withhold students' gender identity preferences from their parents. U.S. Department of Education Secretary Linda McMahon says children are best protected when no information is withheld from parents. McMahon says withholding information about a student's well-being from their parents is against federal law, adding it is also immoral. California could lose billions in federal spending. A Capitol Hill hearing is looking into the growing problem of anti-Semitism on college campuses.
Jewish students continue to find virtually every aspect of U.S. campus life increasingly hostile, not merely to their views, but to the very core of who they are as Jews.
Carly Gammill with the Los Angeles-based Stand With Us Center for Combating Anti-Semitism told senators that college administrators are ignoring the problem, and that, she says, is emboldening those who are hostile to Jews. Today's hearing comes as President Trump announced he would cut $400 million in federal funding to Columbia University over that very issue. Adults around the world are reportedly leaving their childhood religions. The Pew Research Center conducted a survey of nearly 80,000 people in 36 countries and found over 1/5 of all adults have left the religion in which they were raised. The survey found that Buddhism and Christianity have experienced the most losses from religion switching and that a rising number of adults have no religious affiliation. It found the country with the most religion switching is South Korea, where about 50% of adults have left their childhood religion. Religion switching was also high in Spain, Canada, and Sweden. Texas Bishop T.D. Jakes is revealing the nature of a health episode that had him hurried off stage in mid-sermon last November. In a TV interview Wednesday, Jakes said he had a massive heart attack, and doctors told him he was minutes from death. But the 67-year-old founder of the Potter's House megachurch said he just felt sleepy and didn't experience the usual symptoms of a heart attack, such as numbness or sharp pains. And that's Newsmakers for this Thursday, March 27th, 2025 edition. I'm Keith Black.